Dad was a tank farmer. Worked the pipelines for about 30 years. Retired just before the SDF took it over.
Let's go give him hell.
Bet your ass. This has been a long time coming.
How are we executing?
Joint operation. You and me. Our copy.
Affirmative. Armed recon. Small team. We're invading a denied area.
Yeah, silver lining around that reticle is SetDef didn't ask permission then, and we're not asking permission now.
My jacks are already standing by.
You just do what you did at the gateway. We'll zip this place right up.
Proud to be of service, Sergeant.
Pride is 100% bona fide bullshit, Raze. You just make sure the mission comes first.
Copy that. Sure, the
proud is right in the Navy creed.
Right in the Navy creed.
I knew there was something I didn't like about you sons of bitches. That explains the white uniform and submarines. Submarines.
Submarines.
Yeah. One of the Navy could build a ship designed for the same. Let's gear up and get in. Sure thing.
All right, well, we're back, and of course, it wouldn't be Call of Duty if we didn't talk at least a little bit about multiplayer and cooperative, and of course, a little teaser there at the end, Modern Warfare Remastered. And so to give us all the intel, I'm joined by Joe Seacott, lead designer on the multiplayer team, Brian Bright, project director on the cooperative mode, and Eric Monticelli, director of studio communications. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Joe, since you're closest to me, let's start with multiplayer. How has this new setting kind of influenced from a design perspective and opened up new doors for you?
I mean, as a designer, that's really opened the floodgates for us. Like, we're not kind of chained to modern. We can kind of make new toys, create new mechanics, and we can take players to places they've never been before. You know, we have some really good multiplayer maps that take place on Earth, but we also have a multiplayer map up in a space station. We have multiplayer maps on other planets within our solar system. So just being able to kind of bring players or have the opportunity to bring players there is just really exciting for us. We also have kind of new mechanics, new mechanics I can't talk about right now, but we have kind of a whole new stable of lethals and tacticals for the player to kind of engage with and to try, and you're going to see some of that in our upcoming trailers, and it's pretty spectacular.
Well, speaking of the trailers, we saw a little bit, on the campaign side, these, zero-G dogfights and these, ship-based battles. Is that coming into multiplayer at all, or is it mainly still on that kind of person-to-person combat?
We always share, we work closely with the campaign team, and they work closely with us, so, a lot of tech went into the Jackal and the flying, and we have that tech in MP, but we're very, very careful to preserve the core of what makes Call of Duty just the best shooter out there. Our team plays a ton of Black Ops 3. We watched it on the CWL, and we've gotten to build off of kind of their map design and what they learned. So it's really, I think, hitting the mark, and it is future, but it's still the Call of Duty that you love.
Awesome. Well, I know it's very early days, and I'm sure there's a lot more you want to tell us, but thank you for telling us what you could, at least. All right, Brian, you're up next. Let's talk about cooperative. What's going on in Infinite Warfare?
Well, I'm pleased to announce that for the first time ever, Infinity Ward is doing zombies. So I've got a really experienced team, awesome team working on this. We've done Chaos Mode as a team for Modern Warfare 3 with Joe's Hell, and then we did all the whole Extinction series from Ghosts. And now we're all super big fans of zombies and all the things that both Sledge and Treyarch have done with zombies and Raven in the past. And so we're taking that, and we're excited that we're able to kind of finally do our own take on zombies. And it's its own completely different universe. It's a separate universe from what Treyarch's doing. It's a separate universe from Infinite Warfare. We have something truly unique and different, and people haven't seen before. And I think, I'm sure that the fans are going to love it.
Well, speaking of the fans, if there's one thing I know about Zombies fans, they are ravenous, and they go crazy for Easter eggs. I know it's a big priority for Extinction and some of your other work, but is that something you're embracing as well for Zombies?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we just scratched the surface on Extinction, but in Zombies, we love the Easter eggs. We love, that it's what gives the game life on YouTube, And what's step 21 of getting this particular weapon quest? People love that stuff. It really drives replayability as well. And so, being such a big fan of the work that the other studios have done with Easter eggs, we're taking it even one step further, and I can't be more excited. And it'll be interesting to see how many of the Easter eggs fans, actually find, and how long it takes them to find these things.
Awesome. Well, I understand you actually have a little something you could show today.
I do, yeah. I have an image we're going to show now.
All right, well, I'm sure the community is going to spend countless hours kind of pining over that, gleaning whatever detail they can. All right, Brian, thanks so much. I'm excited to see what you guys do with zombies.
Hold that up in their black light. Some Easter eggs.
Make sure you post it online.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Brian. Eric, let's move on to you. Let's talk about something very near and dear to my heart, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I mean, we were really inspired by the community. There's been a voracious outpouring for Remastered ever since, the new console generation came along, and this year we're able to do it. We're working very closely with Raven. We're executive producing and overseeing the game. Personally for me, just being a fan of the franchise, I'm thinking back, Taylor had mentioned that Crew Expendable was one of his favorite levels. I love that opening too, but my personal favorite was All Gillied Up. I think
Mine
Joe
as well, yeah.
Yeah, that was Joe's personal favorite. We were talking.
I like One Shot, One Kill.
Yeah, One Shot, One Kill, which I love too, because that was, you started in All Gillied Up, you're in this stealth mode, you're sort of creeping through the weeds, and then you get to the end of that level, and then all of a sudden you're in One Shot, One Kill with this is like brutal firefight near a Ferris wheel, and I remember just like throwing my controller in frustration, and I'm looking forward to that experience again because it was really rewarding when I got through it, and it's going to be awesome to play again.
Well, I got to tell you, looking at the footage, just what little bit there was there at the end of the trailer, it looked incredible. What is some of the work that's going on behind the scenes to kind of bring it into this new console generation?
Yeah, Raven's really amping up everything. They went back and, we're sticking true to the core original vision of the game, but they're looking back at the textures and reworking those completely from the ground up to make them have that fidelity that you expect from current console generations. It's going to look vibrant, it's going to look brilliant, it's going to look like something amazing when you play this game. Also, the sounds are being reworked. There's audio rework being done, revamping all that. There's new Foley that was recorded, different things like that, especially new techniques, too. Since 2007, the game came out, which is
It's hard to believe it's been that long.
It's 9 or 10 years, which is crazy to think about. And, there's a ton of techniques. So, like, dynamic lighting's been worked in, new visual effects, just a lot of processing and a lot of, new tech that's been pushed on there.
Yeah, well, we've talked a lot about the campaign, and we all have our, kind of marquee moments, but, of course, multiplayer was a huge component. How does that factor into Remastered?
Yeah, multiplayer was one of my favorite things to do, too. It sort of revolutionized multiplayer for the games industry at large. It was this new experience that was remarkable. And what you're going to get with Modern Warfare Remastered is you're going to have 10 multiplayer maps, some of fan favorites. Crash was one of my personal favorites.
Backlot, yeah.
Yeah, Backlot. So you'll have, some really awesome maps to play on. And then you're going to have your prestige, your kill streaks, all the progression stuff you remember too, and familiar modes and things like that. So you're going to have a good multiplayer experience. It's going to be really killer to get into.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And if you missed the news at the end of the trailer there, it's being bundled with Infinite Warfare as part of the Legacy Editions as well as the Digital Deluxe. So yeah, it's going to be awesome to dive into both games. Taking a step back, kind of reflecting on all we've talked about on the stream, it's been quite a bit. So when can fans kind of look forward to the next big announcement or news about Infinite Warfare?
E3 is right around the corner. It's coming in June, and we're going to have a lot of surprises up our sleeve, looking to show fans some really unique stuff then. So make sure you mark that on your calendars because it's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here and kind of unravel a little bit what little you could this early on. So yeah, thank you so much. So remember, this is just day one. There is so much to talk about over the months to come, and you'll be able to follow along on all of Call of Duty's channels as well as Infinity Ward's channels as well. So on behalf of everyone at Activision and Infinity Ward, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
You seen that? Unknown. Unidentified settlement ship. You are moving into a restricted situation.
They just opened fire. We're f***ing fire. Data guns are attacking our airship.
This is a full-blooded...
Oh my god.
We are
getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive attack.
Death count continues to rise, and there's no end in sight.
This is Top Cat Sovereign. Divert and deploy all available assets immediately.
Holy shit!
Let's get to the tower! Go! Fix the house!
Biggest surprise attack in the history of the world. How could they not have seen this? It's one of our own.
We have no precedent for this. We have no playbook for this. And apparently, we have little time.
Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Godspeed, captains.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative. Let's get in there!
Pre-order the Legacy Edition and get Modern Warfare Remastered.